It was a bit of a shame, but yeah, that's the best we could do today.
Let's talk about Ferrari and the latest happenings in the races, especially after the Spanish GP. The team has been going through ups and downs, and I bet many of you are wondering, what's happening with Ferrari? The SF24 received new updates, but the results are still below expectations. Qualification problems and some questionable strategic decisions have been the talk of the town. We'll dive into the details of the recent technical developments, compare with rivals McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes, which has become much more competitive after some updates. What can we expect from Ferrari in the upcoming races? Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates, and join me to understand all the details. Ferrari arrived at the Spanish GP with a significant package of updates for the SF24. Among the main changes were new aerodynamic components, including a new floor and a medium-high downforce rear wing. The engineers in Maranello had high expectations for these improvements, especially after the mediocre results in previous races. The initial simulation data showed that these updates provided more downforce than expected. However, in practice, the team faced difficulties adjusting the car's setup to fully exploit the potential of these improvements. The main challenge was finding a suitable balance that would allow the extra downforce to be used without compromising the car's stability in high-speed corners. Moreover, Ferrari continues to work on tire efficiency, a critical area where they have struggled since the beginning of the season. The goal is to improve traction and tire durability throughout the race, which is essential to compete on an equal footing with the top teams. Despite the difficulties faced, the technical developments are a step in the right direction. The team is determined to use every practice session and race as an opportunity to collect data and make incremental improvements. The expectation is that, with continuous adjustments, the SF24 can become more competitive in the upcoming races. At the Spanish GP, Ferrari faced a significant problem with bouncing, which negatively affected the SF24's performance. Bouncing, also known as porpoising, occurs when the car bounces repeatedly due to the downforce effect, compromising stability and grip, especially in high-speed corners. The new aerodynamic components, although they generated more downforce, also contributed to increased bouncing. This forced the team to make adjustments to the car's setup, raising the suspension height to minimize the effect. However, this solution compromised part of the performance, as a higher car tends to lose aerodynamic efficiency. The drivers, Leclerc and Sainz, reported that the bouncing was more noticeable in long corners, such as Turn 3 in Barcelona, where aerodynamic pressure is critical. This affected the drivers' confidence and their ability to maintain a consistent pace during the race. This setup problem is not new for Ferrari, but became more evident with the new updates. The team needs to find a balance that allows the extra downforce to be used without causing bouncing, which requires a fine adjustment between aerodynamics and suspension. The solution involves a detailed analysis of the data collected during races and practices, seeking to understand better how the different components interact. Ferrari is also considering more profound revisions in the chassis and suspension design for future updates. In the competitive landscape of Formula One, it's essential to analyze how Ferrari compares with its main rivals. McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes have been formidable adversaries, each with its own strengths and development strategies. McLaren has shown impressive performance, especially after the updates introduced early in the season. The aerodynamic package, which includes improvements to the diffuser and wings, resulted in a significant gain in downforce. This has allowed the team to compete consistently at the front. At the Spanish GP, McLaren demonstrated being one of the most balanced teams, with strong performance in both qualifying and the race. Red Bull, led by Max Verstappen, continues to be the benchmark on the grid. The team has been able to extract the maximum from their car, the RB20, which combines aerodynamic efficiency with excellent traction and stability. Red Bull's updates focused on improvements to the cooling system and suspension adjustments to better handle different track conditions. Despite the challenges, Red Bull has maintained a superior pace, standing out in both races and qualifications. Mercedes, after a complicated start to the season, seems to have found its way with recent updates. The team introduced significant changes to the chassis and aerodynamics, resulting in a more competitive performance. At the Spanish GP, Mercedes showed notable improvements with consistent race pace and strong qualifying. The team seems to have overcome many of the initial problems, especially in terms of setup and tire management. Compared to these rivals, Ferrari still faces significant challenges. The SF24 updates have brought some gains, but were not enough to place the team at the same level as the best. Competition is fierce, and every detail makes a difference. Ferrari needs to keep fine-tuning its car and strategies to stay in the fight with McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes. Clear and effective communication between drivers and the team is essential. After recent incidents such as the contact between Leclerc and Sainz, Ferrari is reinforcing the importance of open and strategic communication. This includes clear instructions during the race and better coordination between the drivers to avoid unnecessary confrontations that could compromise the team's overall performance. The next big test for Ferrari will be the Austrian GP, which features a sprint format. This format offers a unique opportunity for the team to earn extra points and test their strategies in a high-pressure environment. The Spielberg circuit is known for its favorable traction and aerodynamic efficiency characteristics, areas where Ferrari has the potential to shine. Frederic Vasseur has already shown optimism, suggesting that the team can have a less problematic weekend in Austria, taking advantage of the track layout. Ferrari fans have high expectations, and the team is determined to meet them. The quest for consistent results is a priority, and the team is working hard to ensure that each race is an opportunity to improve and earn valuable points. Confidence in the team's ability to adapt and evolve is high, and everyone is committed to bringing Ferrari back to the top. In summary, Ferrari's future prospects for the season are promising, with a clear focus on technical improvements, enhanced team strategies, and a renewed determination to compete on equal footing with the rivals. Ferrari had a challenging start to the season, but there are clear signs of progress and a renewed determination to overcome obstacles. With recent technical updates and strategic adjustments, the team is focused on resolving critical issues and optimizing the SF24's performance. The Austrian GP and its sprint format offer an excellent opportunity for Ferrari to showcase its potential and earn valuable points. The fierce competition with McLaren, Red Bull, and Mercedes continues to be a great motivator for the team. Every race is a new chance to fine-tune the car, improve communication between drivers and the team, and implement more effective strategies. Fans can expect a more competitive and determined Ferrari in the upcoming races, with a proactive approach to closing the performance gap and fighting for top positions. Let's closely follow the next stages of the season and see how Ferrari fares in these challenges. So, what do you think? Can Ferrari turn things around and get back to fighting at the top? Leave your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all the news and analyses. See you next time.